Hey, y'all, I got on my matching two-piece today. I feel very proud. I don't remember where I got this from, probably Shein. And I don't ever be wearing like matching sets, but it's a vibe for me. I don't know if it's because I'm a Libra or what, but peace. Okay, so those that don't know who I am Lonnie G, the CEO and founder of Loving the Journey. With Lonnie G, I am a spiritual mentor and a tuning healer for Black women. I help Black women learn who they are, what they need, and how to align with their life's vision. And so today, we're going to be talking about the importance of your tribe, okay? And just so y'all know, like, I wish y'all could see the visual of what I see when I'm looking off into the distance. It's because there's a very pretty aesthetic for me right now in my video. Oh, not right now, just always in my videos, like where I sit my laptop up in front of the window. And so it's just real cute. And since it's a laptop, I'm not going to pick it up and turn it around for y'all. But anyway, so today we are talking about the importance of your tribe. You know, we talk about the work of healing and how healing can align you with such beautiful things because you're doing the inner work and then it starts to reflect in your outer reality. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, since I've been on my healing journey, I have attracted such beautiful people into my life. Now, some of these people were here prior to my healing journey. And what I'm going to be talking about today is a little bit of how I've noticed our relationships transform and how I've grown to appreciate our relationships because I have done this healing work. And part of that was really me getting clear on what it is that I wanted out of friendship, what I wanted out of relationships in my life, what I felt like was important for me when in relationship with people. And so my tribe for me means the people that are my close community, close quarters, not the people that I may chit chat with on the internet or talk to maybe 2 or 3 times a year. These are the people that I talk to regularly. These are the people that I always know pretty much what's going on with me. They're in the inner courts, okay? They are in that thing with me. And so I think it's important for all of us to really have that. And I think if you're like me, which you probably are, because I set intentions to reach people that are like me and that, you know, needs support from me. I don't know what I was trying to say. Need support from me. And so I can best support you because I've been through the things that you have gone through or are going through. And so for me, I spent a lot of my life not feeling like I fit into any sort of like a friend group or fit in really anywhere in any sort of space. And so as I was growing up, as I learned what I thought friendship was, because I didn't fit in like the cool sense, or because I didn't fit in and like they don't understand me, like I'm the weirdo, I took on the role of caretaker in my friend group. And so I'm sure you've seen plenty posts where it's like, check on the strong friend or do that with the strong friend and support the strong friend. And, you know, I'm out here, I'm the mom of all that. I took that role. I assumed that role unknowingly. I assumed that role because I didn't know what other role I was going to take. Like, I'm very much, look, I've evolved, okay? But at the time, I was like, I'm not the fun friend. I'm not the comedic friend, even though I'm all these things now, but I was all those things then, but I didn't know it. But I was hurt a lot in friendship in my life, okay? A lot in close relationship where I felt like I was going to get something and I was, you know, having my heart out here on my sleeve, and then I got that thing trampled. Okay. Now I don't have no ill will towards anybody that hurt me in the past because I know now that it wasn't about me. It never is about me. Okay. So also anybody I've ever hurt, I apologize. But also it wasn't about you. Okay. It was about me. And that's my business. And we're gonna do another video on that later this week. But today specifically, I was doing some reflection on my tribe. And I felt such deep gratitude for them because they are amazing. First and foremost, they are just like, if you are part of my tribe, you know I love you. And why? Because I tell you all the time. And last night I was on the phone with my very best friend. So I have close friends, and then, you know, I have my best friend. And so I was on the phone with her, and then like literally we talk every week. And as we're getting to the end of the call, we both are just affirming each other. Like, I appreciate you because of this, and I love you. And, you've always been this for me. And I'm just so glad you're in my life, and just like all the things. And one of my love languages, like top love languages, is words of affirmation. And so I tend to give love that way. I tend to prefer to receive love that way. And so I'm just grateful to have friends in my life. She's over a 10-year-long friend that know that, and also that just show up that way anyway. And I very much feel that now, she was a friend that before I started my healing journey. I very much feel that I'm attracting more people like that into my life, because that is the work that I've done to allow myself to show up in that way as well. So I've always been a very affirming individual. I've always been a very much like a soft teddy bear. Okay, that's who I am. I love the woo woo frou frou, soft, cushy. I love that stuff. Okay, I will cry at the drop of a hat, and I'll just be like, I love you so much. I'm a lover. My heart is out there in the world. Okay, it's just carried. Okay, and so I feel safe now to express my fullest self with my tribe. Why? Because I've done the work to establish safety within myself, to validate my own emotions, to validate, who I am, and appreciate who I am, and know what it looks like when people appreciate that or accept who I am. And I think a lot of us, especially when we're starting a healing journey, those that I work with, is this energy of like figuring out who we are, figuring out what we like in relationship, and then just really, all we know is, I don't like what's happening right now. I just had a recent client who, she came to me because she was like, I'm just not aligned with the people that I'm around right now. I don't know how to like move out of this. I don't know how to move through this. And we did some work to help her identify what do you want? Like, I know what you feel is not, it no longer feels in alignment with you because it feels like resistance. You feel uncomfortable. Maybe you're feeling judged, which is a sign there's some work to do there to validate yourself as well. But what are we feeling in our relationships? And something that I think is incredibly important is that we be the observer in our lives. For a period of time before we begin to do the work and start to implement the work that we're doing, it is important for us to observe what is going on. Oh, I thought my healing frequencies had stopped. But when it comes to, aligning your tribe and literally handpicking from the universe, like who your tribe is, which is what we do, we need to know what is important to us. We need to know what we value in relationships. We need to know how we want to show up in relationship. We need to know how we can show up in relationship. What do we have the capacity to do? What would we like to do? What do we want our relationships to feel like? And so that can translate into so many other things, right? Like having this safe, secure tribe is very important, because I personally will share that I spend a lot of my life not feeling safe to say what it is, what was really on my heart, like that was going on with me. Because like I told y'all, I assumed the role of caretaker. And so whenever it came time for me, when I'm going through something, which was like everybody else all the time, I never felt safe to say like, oh, I'm struggling, can you support me? Or like, anything like that. And I also was never really asked about myself. And why? Because I had assumed the role of caretaker. So I entered in many different relationships, not just romantic, right? Many different relationships, showing up as like, I'm here to serve you. Don't worry about me, I'm good. And so I had to really figure out how I was showing up. Like we spend so much time worried about like, or talking about, not worried about, but like talking about, well, they don't do this for me, or they don't do that for me, or I wish they were like this, and blah, 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 blah. When they're really they're a mirror. Everybody is a mirror to you. And I just had a couple of epiphanies about certain relationships that I was so upset that I felt like I was getting the short end of the stick on, when they were really mirroring to me how I was showing up for myself. And so it's an invitation. Like I say, many things are along this journey. It's an invitation for you to look inward and say, okay, what is this telling me about myself? What is this relationship informing me about my relationship with myself? And so when you have a divinely aligned tribe, you won't necessarily have to read between the lines anymore. You'll have this open line of communication and this space to talk about those things, to be who you fully are, and have people to call you on your shit, you know, with love. I love that my tribe is, they open my mind up to so many different things and so many different perspectives in a way that is not a shot to me, right? Not an underhanded compliment, not beating around the bush, or not literally talking about me in a way that's not uplifting. They're just like, have you thought about it like this? In the way that I give love, which is how I show up for my friends, I try to show up that way as well, offering perspective. And so I'm able to now receive that because, well, I've decided that that's what it is that I want out of my relationships, especially my closest relationships in my life. I really hope this is making sense. I feel like I kind of went like, it's all right. I also realized that I didn't introduce y'all to my child. I know y'all have met Viola. Viola's in the other room at this time, and she's been in there for like a week. And y'all was meeting Trina for the past couple videos. This is Yvonne, okay? She's a Chinese evergreen, and she's very beautiful. She loves to be flashy, you know, like she likes to be seen, you know. So I wanted to give her some camera time today. So take a look at Yvonne. And last week I was calling her Viola. I was watering both of them at the same time, and I picked one of them. I was like, "Hey, Viola!" I picked her. I was like, "Hey, Viola!" And I was like, "Oh, your name is Viola!" And I don't think she's mad at me or anything, but I think I made up for it. She's got some new babies. If you're new here, I talk about my plant children all the time, okay? But look at these new leaves. One right here. One is, oh, you can't even really see it. Sorry, girl. One right here, you see it? And there was another, oh, this one was fairly new as well. Ooh, now I'm getting dirt on myself, Jelani. Anyway, that was not what we, but she part of my tribe. Okay, I said to the universe that I want a house full of plants. So guess what I'm getting? A house full of plants. Anyway, your call to action today is to take a look. Be the observer in your relationships. So if you are interacting with anybody within your close tribe on today, I want you to observe how it's going. I want you to observe how you feel around them, meaning how your body reacts. Are you noticing maybe some tension? Are you noticing some anxious tapping, right? Are you noticing irritation within yourself within these interactions? Are you noticing that you are disengaged? Be the observer in your interactions. Now, don't sit there and just like be disengaged with the conversation because you're trying to pay attention to everything that's happening, but observe. I invite you to see what is going on in your relationships. This is the first step to how you can change everything in your life, is by observing what is actually there already. Okay, so I invite you to take a look at your tribe today, and if you feel so called, or I don't know how to say this in the right way, but if you feel called, maybe you can write a list down of like what an ideal friendship looks like for you. What does sisterhood look like for you? Because sisterhood is important. You know, we need to have our sisters in our lives. I love that I have amazing sisters in my life, and not just blood sisters. So, but if you are looking for a safe and sacred community that is virtual, to join, where we have monthly sister circles that feature Black women healers from all over that are teaching us amazing things on how to continue to heal using a variety of healing modalities. If you want to join a sacred and safe virtual space that I do monthly energy readings on, if you want to join a safe and sacred virtual space where we get to talk about these things more in depth and actually work through them with one another and be in community with other like-minded Black women, please join the Patreon, okay? It's patreon.com/lovinggthejourneyy. 1G, 1Y, and it is a divine community of growing, learning, and healing Black women that are doing the work, to live liberated. Because it's time for us to do that. It's time for us to be free. It's time for us to be who we supposed to be, you know, right? Yes. Okay, so thank you for tuning into today's video. Give it a like if you liked this video, and let YouTube know that this is valuable content. And it's just, you know, it's real easy. You already here, just click like. Subscribe to the channel as well. Share this video with a friend that needs to hear this, that needs to reevaluate their tribe. And turn on the post notification bell so you know when I drop future videos. Okay, I will see you tomorrow for another video, and I hope that you are doing well. Oh, also, don't forget to subscribe to the email list. That is where you get the tea, honey. Okay, the tea. And right now on Instagram, we're doing a journaling challenge. It's 7 days to self-love. We are on day 2 currently. Yesterday's journal prompt was, what was it? See, let me look on Instagram. Lord, I forgot already. Yesterday's journal prompt was, what does love mean to me? I journal about that. Look at me matching everything. What does love mean to me? And today's journal prompt is, how do I like to receive and give love? And if you want to enter in the giveaway that happens on Valentine's Day for participating in this challenge, follow me on Instagram, share one of the posts. There's 7 opportunities for you to share a post, and tag me in your story and tag a friend in the comments, and then you'll be entered to win a Loving the Journey mug. And I promise tomorrow I'm gonna have the mug for you to see. But y'all have seen it. I've had it on here before, but I'm gonna bring the mug back. So thank you for tuning in. Once again, I love you so much. I'm sending you love, and I hope you have a wonderful day. A wonderful day. What is that, Mr. Rogers? I just thought about that for some reason, but you're my neighbor in the ethers. See you tomorrow. Peace.